What's up, guys, and welcome back to Swole Science. I am Swole Joel, a certified personal trainer, and I created this channel to break down the science behind building muscle, getting stronger, and optimizing your fitness. Today's video is a complete guide to building muscle. Whether you're new to lifting or you've been training for a while but aren't seeing the progress you want, this video is going to be for you. We'll cover the science of muscle growth, show you practical ways to apply it to your own training, and break down the nutrition principles you need to build muscle effectively. So if you're serious about getting stronger and understanding the science behind it, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Alright, let's start by understanding the basics of muscle growth, or what's known as muscle hypertrophy. The goal of hypertrophy is to increase the size and strength of your muscle fibers, which requires specific kinds of training and stimulus. One of the key concepts behind muscle growth is the S.A.I.D principle, or specific adaptation to imposed demands. This means that your body adapts specifically to the type of stress you place on it. If you train with light weights and high reps, your muscles adapt for endurance, but don't necessarily grow larger. On the other hand, if you lift heavier weights and increase the intensity, you signal your muscles to grow stronger and larger to handle the new load. So in building muscle, it's essential to focus on the right types of stress, challenging weights, and controlled intensity. There are three main mechanisms behind hypertrophy, each playing a unique role in how muscles grow. The first and most prominent is mechanical tension. This is created by lifting heavy weights and placing the muscle under a challenging load. The force your muscles exert to handle heavy weights creates mechanical tension, which signals your muscle fibers to adapt and grow stronger. Exercises like squats, deadlifts, and bench presses are great examples of movements that generate high levels of mechanical tension. Second would be muscle damage. When you lift, you create small tears in the muscle fibers, which your body repairs during recovery. This occurs especially during the eccentric or lowering part of the rep. This repair process makes the muscle bigger and stronger. Muscle damage is often associated with feeling sore after a workout. To get the most out of this growth mechanism, you need to focus on lowering the weight slowly and under control. And third is metabolic stress. This is the burn you feel during high rep sets. When your muscles are deprived of oxygen and filled with waste products like lactate, they experience metabolic stress. This triggers a cellular reaction prompting muscle growth. Techniques like drop sets, high rep finishers are great for creating this kind of stress. So by understanding these mechanisms, you can structure your workouts to ensure you're building muscle efficiently. Now that we know some of the science behind muscle growth, let's move into the more practical side. To continually grow, you need to apply a concept called progressive overload. Progressive overload means gradually increasing the demands on your muscles so they keep adapting and growing stronger over time. Here are some ways to do that. First, we can increase the resistance. Add more weight. This is the most straightforward method of progressive overload. Gradually adding weight, increasing resistance forces your muscles to adapt to a heavier load. So let's say you're bench pressing 135 pounds for 10 reps. Once you can complete all 10 reps with good form, your next goal could be to add a small amount of weight. Let's say 5 pounds to bring it up to 140 pounds. This gradual increase or leveling up is what prompts muscles to grow. Number 2, increase the reps. If you're not ready to increase the weight yet, increasing the number of reps you perform with the same weight can also add more demand. Say you're doing bicep curls at 30 pounds for 8 reps. If those reps are getting easier, try pushing to 10 reps with the same weight. Increasing the workload in this way helps challenge your muscles and promote growth. Number 3, increase the number of sets. Add more volume to your workout. Increasing the total number of sets you perform adds more volume to your training leading to more muscle engagement. So if you usually do 3 sets of squats at a certain weight, try adding a 4th set. The increased volume forces your muscles to handle more work, promoting strength and size gains. 4th way to progressively overload is to adjust the tempo. Slow down your reps. Adjusting the tempo, especially during the eccentric phase or lowering part of the movement, increases the amount of time your muscles are under tension. This forces them to work harder, which also encourages growth. If you're doing a squat, instead of dropping quickly, take 3 to 4 seconds to lower yourself, then press back up with control. This extra time under tension creates more stimulus for growth, even without increasing the weight. Number 5, you can improve your range of motion. I always look for the stretch part of a rep where I can really feel the fibers opening up at the bottom of the movement, followed by a strong squeeze of the muscle at the top of the movement. Using a full range of motion ensures you're engaging the entire muscle, maximizing muscle fiber recruitment during each exercise. Let's say you're doing leg presses. If you're only pressing halfway, you're not fully engaging the muscle and you're leaving a lot of extra gains on the table. By lowering the weights to a full depth and pressing back up, you activate more muscle fibers and achieve a more effective workout. Number 6, reduce your rest time between your sets. Increasing the rest time between sets increases the workout intensity and keeps your muscles working under fatigue, which can also boost growth. So if you usually rest 90 seconds between sets, try reducing it to 60 seconds. Shortening rest periods keeps the muscles challenged without needing to increase weight or reps. By applying these methods of progressive overload, you're constantly challenging your muscles to grow and get stronger. Or going back to the S.A.I.D principle, it will force a specific adaptation to these imposed demands. Once you've got your training dialed in, nutrition becomes essential. You can train all you want, but you will not grow if your diet is off. I cannot stress this enough. Your diet is the most important aspect of any fitness pursuit. Building muscle comes much easier if you eat in a calorie surplus, so your body has the fuel it needs to repair and grow new muscle tissue. You need to eat, preferably a clean and healthy diet with enough calories, protein, and carbs. Some may argue that a surplus is not necessary, so I will say that there may be a few exceptions to this rule. Some may experience some muscle gain when they are first getting started. They call those newbie gains, and the body is rapidly adjusting to the new stimulus of training. Some studies have shown if you're starting at a higher body fat percentage, you may be able to lose fat and build muscle at the same time, body recomposition. And while this is possible, it requires a very precise tracking and fine-tuning of your diet, and even then, the returns are not very significant. Being in a calorie surplus means you're eating more calories than you burn daily. Aim for a moderate surplus of about 250 to 500 calories above your maintenance level. This provides enough energy for muscle growth without excessive fat gain. Now that we've covered total calories, next up is going to be protein, carbohydrates, and meal timing. So for protein, aim for 1 to 1.5 grams of protein per pound of ideal body weight to support muscle repair and growth. Protein provides the amino acids your body needs to rebuild muscle after a workout. Carbs are going to be your primary energy source, especially during intense training. Consuming carbs before a workout fuels your performance, and carbs after helps with recovery. When it comes to meal timing, eating protein consistently throughout the day keeps muscle protein synthesis high, which is essential for growth. Aim to consume protein every 3 to 4 hours. So for example, start with a high protein breakfast like eggs and oats, have a protein-rich snack mid-morning, and follow up with a post-workout shake to keep muscle repair going throughout the day. Lastly, let's talk about intensity, frequency, and recovery. 3 things that are just as important as the training itself. Proper training intensity means pushing your muscles close to failure during each set. This doesn't mean going to failure every time, but the last few reps should feel challenging. High intensity ensures you're creating enough tension for muscle growth. If you find that you can complete 12 reps of an exercise comfortably, try increasing the weights so that hitting 10 reps feels like a struggle, but you can still maintain good form doing it. For training frequency, that means how often you train each muscle group. For most people, hitting each muscle group 2 to 3 times per week is optimal. This approach creates more opportunities for muscle protein synthesis without overwhelming your body. For sleep, aim for 7 to 9 hours each night. Sleep is when your body releases growth hormone, essential for muscle repair. When it comes to rest days, make sure to take rest days so your muscles have time to recover. Overtraining without enough recovery can lead to burnout, injury, and even just hinder your gains altogether. If you've ever noticed that you're more sore after a workout when you haven't been sleeping well, that's your body telling you it didn't recover fully. So prioritize rest for those consistent gains. And that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Swole Science. Today we've covered the science of muscle growth, practical training tips for progressive overload, nutrition essentials, and the importance of intensity and recovery. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more content on muscle building and fitness. Drop any questions in the comments or let me know if there's a topic you want me to cover. Keep lifting, stay consistent, and I'll see you next time.